So hopefully you guys can see the screen. We're going to get right into this thing. And you guys, for those good guys that follow me, you guys know I always start every training with the Big Chief rant. And so, but the rant doesn't mean negative. It's a positive, right? If we just call it a rant, because we're going to give you guys some info. So my rant today is, what is the purpose of EX8? There's a personal purpose and there is a business purpose, right? So if you guys are taking notes, write these things down, put them in your phone, whatever it may be. But we have a personal purpose and we have a business purpose. And we're going to separate the two so that you guys understand, right? So first of all, what is EX8? EX8 is a trade assistant. Take a screenshot of this page because this is super, super important stuff. Not only is it going to help you be more successful, but it is also going to keep you in compliance, which is important, right? Because this is the financial industry, and in the financial industry, compliance can make or break, and we want to only make. So take a screenshot of this. So what is EX8? We are a trade assistant, okay? What we are not a trade signal. We are a trading tool. We are here for convenience to make this easier for you, right? The EX8 app is proof that trading works. And I'll explain that a little bit deeper. It's proof that the reason we put these trade ideas in the system for you is so that you can see with consistent effort that you can be successful. It's proof that it works. So now you don't have to wonder if the guy down the street's telling the truth, if the person's showing a real account or a demo account, if it works for some people and doesn't work for others, right? These are the things that make Ellev8 different, is we are transparent. We're going to tell you exactly what's real in the industry. We're not going to sell you any fluff and stuff. You guys already know I don't do the fluff and stuff, right? All right. Proof trading works. It's a business builder. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Mr. Hunt is going to show you all how to take this app and explode your business if you're a business builder, right? That's the builder side. It's a travel companion. We are travel and trade. And I can't see the chat box right now because I'm sharing screen. But here's what I want you to do. If you understand that with a cell phone, you can literally start trading anywhere in the world, 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. All you have to do is grab your phone and do it, right? It's a travel companion, travel and trade, make money while on vacation. It's a paycation, a staycation, whatever you want to call it, right? It's also a global opportunity, and here's why. It's a global opportunity because it doesn't matter what country you're in. It doesn't matter where you live, where you visit, where you are, where you're going to be. It does not matter. If you're able to go ahead and purchase one of those Elon Musk tickets to the moon, go ahead and purchase your ticket. And when you get there, put a trade in. It does not matter where you're at. It's a global opportunity. All right. Now let's go over to what EX8 isn't. And this is very, very important. If you guys remember anything, I want you to write these notes down because these are even more important than what it is. Okay. It is not a trade signal. It's not a trade maker. It's not a trade taker. It's not a trader replacement. It's not a guarantee. And it is not financial advice. Let me go a little bit deeper into those so you guys kind of understand. We developed Ellev8 to educate. Because if you educate yourself and you learn this skill set, there is nobody on the planet that can take that skill set away from you. There's nobody on the planet that can change that knowledge that you've acquired. The skill set of trading has not changed in 200 years. So once you learn that skill set, for the foreseeable future, you can get into the markets, you can trade, and you can learn to be successful. Some people will do this in a few months. Some people like myself, it'll take a few years. But once you get there, you're there and nobody can take that from you. I really want you guys to get this and sink it in as deep and as hard as you can, that I'm sharing with you the tools and the nuggets that help me, myself, John Spencer, the other educators, become successful in this industry. and anyone can do it. If you don't believe me, reach out to Leon James and ask him if he's willing to share with you his success. Reach out to Kelly Huapu. Reach out to Stacey Harris, right? These are just a few. We have many, many more. Many, many, many more. Today, you're going to see why the EX8 app is going to take Ellev8 to the next level, right? You're learning the education. Now we're going to show you and prove to you that the system works, because some people need to see proof. They need to see, well, if I'm consistently winning trades, then I can consistently win, right? That's what the EX8 app is going to do. Now, the EX8 app is not designed to make you wealthy. Why? Because that's not our business. Our business is to give you the education necessary so that you can make yourself wealthy, right? I'm not in the business of handouts, right? I'm not in the business of saying, oh, you know, just sit down, do nothing and win. That's not what I'm in. I'm in the business of giving you a toolbox full of tools that you can use to progress your career and progress your skill and progress your knowledge, which will by default progress and increase your wallet. All right. Now, let me go to the next page. I don't want to dwell on this. Frequently asked questions. How do we know what time the trade was called? Now, I want you guys to think about everything I just said. This is a trade assistant, not a trade replacement. It does not matter what time the trade was called. We're a global company, which means that a trade that's called at 12 noon in New York may be 12 noon or 12 a.m. somewhere else in the world. It's irrelevant, and here's why. If you are going into the app and you are simply copying and trading the details that we gave you, then you're doing it wrong. You are doing it incorrectly. Your job and responsibility, let me back up. Everyone's adults, everyone gets to do whatever they want to do. But the way the app is designed is to assist you and help you acquire more knowledge. So what you're supposed to do is look at the trade, go to your MT4 or your trading view or however you analyze trades. Put in the pair that we called, analyze it for yourself, and determine if you agree with our analysis or don't agree with our analysis. If you do agree with our analysis, by the way, I'm going to walk through all this on the phone with you. If you do agree with our analysis, then you take the trade, okay? Number two, how do we know what risk to reward ratio the trade is? Again, that's not our job to give you the risk to reward. Our job is to give you the idea, you analyze the trade. Some of you may be scalpers and you'll go in and say, oh man, I can get 10 pips real quick. Other of you may be intraday traders where you look at the same scenario and maybe we put it on a 1 hour chart. You happen to analyze and look at the 4 hour chart and realize that this is a potential 100 pip trade. So you choose to do a higher, longer trade, which is going to provide more pips. This is all done strategically and on purpose because in addition to giving you the idea, we still want you to learn and develop a trade strategy that works for you, okay? Now, how come the app doesn't, and we can fill in the blank, how come it doesn't, you know, show when it's closed? How come it doesn't show when it's open? How, you know, all those questions that you guys have been texting me, email me, Facebook me, right? Here's the thing, and I'm gonna use a couple analogies here. Who remembers when they first signed up for a MySpace page? Some of you youngsters probably don't even know what MySpace is, but who remembers when you first fill out a MySpace page? You very, very first signed up for Facebook. Let me ask you a question. Is the level of Facebook today greater or lesser than it was when it first came out? And I actually see the chat on my phone. Exactly right, it's greater. We are looking at the initial version of this phone app. Just like all technology, you guys know as well as I know, everything increases, everything moves forward, everything gets better. Part of this is your feedback. When you tell me what you want, I determine if it's valuable for the application and if it's a benefit for the masses. And if the answer is yes, we go in and we make adjustments and you get updates and you get changes and all those things. This is version 1. Now let that sink in. I want you to close your eyes. Think about where Facebook was 15, 18 years ago, whatever it is. Think about where Facebook is today. If you guys got on Facebook when it first started, it was one page. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Facebook was one singular page with a big old photo and a whole bunch of junk on the side. And it was ugly. And it was like, man, what is this? And then a couple weeks later, some more stuff added. Now we can have full-fledged business meetings on Facebook. Let that sink in while you're wondering where we're going with this. We are 1 weekend of the version. You guys are giving me fantastic feedback, and there are changes coming, okay? Now, this is my favorite question. How come you don't just give us the trade signal? I would rather just to pay you to do it for me, because that's not the business I'm in, okay? I did not start this 3.5 years ago so that I could do it for you. That's not what I believe in. It's against my philosophy. It's against everything that I truly believe in when it comes to opportunity. Opportunity is not giving someone wealth. Opportunity is giving someone the ability to create wealth, okay? The opportunity to create wealth. We will never, under my watch, we will never give away everything. We want you to learn. I'm going to harp on this. All of you guys see my stuff every week. I'm going to harp on this. I'm going to continue to tell you education, learn the skill, learn the skill, learn the skill, learn the skill, right? Once you learn the skill, you don't need me, right? Okay. When are updates coming? Randomly. They are always coming. They are going to be coming on a regular basis. It could be a week. It could be a month. 3 years from now, we'll still be getting upgrades because, again, we're technology and we're consistently moving forward. Consistently moving forward. We're never going to be moving back, okay? Hopefully that answers some of the main questions that you guys have. Now, it's time for the phone app demo. So let me do this. Here's what I got to do, guys. So it's going to take a few seconds. I actually got to stop screen sharing here. I have to go to my phone and screen share there so that you guys can see the phone app. So with that being said, let me put a stop real quick, pull out the phone, and we're going to make this happen. I know it takes a little bit of time, but you know, it is what it is. In the chat box, if you guys are getting any kind of value right now, give me some 7s in the chat box if you're getting value right now. If you're getting really good value right now, put some stars in here because you guys know what stars do. All right. Start the screencast. We're good there. There we are, the Ellev8 app. Okay. As you can see, my beautiful wife, this is her app. So we'll be playing on her app right now. Now, before we get to the trade ideas team, we are going to go through the app, the normal stuff first. We're going to get the easy stuff out of the way. This is the push button stuff, right? We're going to get that all out the way. And then we're going to get to the meat and potatoes, which is the trade ideas themselves, okay? If you look along the bottom here, you'll see these buttons here, okay? If you click the far right, that's the settings button. And there you can see your profile, right? Now, there's a couple things that are going to change here. The address and phone number we're going to be taking out because it's and the reason why is there will be a point in the future where this is tied into Ellev8 and you can actually become friends with other Ellev8 students. And so really it's your responsibility to give them your address and phone number. So we are taking that out so that it's not there. Instead, it will say title, and title could be student, educator, admin, whatever it may be, okay? All right, the next is change password. This is where you can change your password, okay? Now, while we're on the change password, I know a lot of people have made the statement that they weren't able to change their password. That's okay. It is in right now, the change password update is coming. It will be coming this week. There was a small issue. We have fixed it. So if you forget your password, you'll simply check the forgot password link and you will be able to get your password, okay? The video vault, right now it is blank. What you're gonna see in here in the very near future is you will see the how to navigate this phone app video right here. So you can come here, click on that, and it will show you how to do everything that you need to do on this application, and there'll be more videos coming as well. Tools. Oh, tools is not functioning right at this moment, guys. And again, it's because we have not filled it with the stuff we want to fill it in. But the tools will be stuff like maybe it's a link to TradingView, or maybe it's hot pairs, right? Whatever it is we decide to put there that's going to help you become a better trader. Okay. Terms and condition, privacy policy, frequently asked questions. Frequently asked questions will be updated on the next update as well. All right. Now let's go back to the home page. The next little button is this here, the messenger button. Okay. The messenger button, once this phone app is integrated in with Ellev8, which is coming soon, once it's integrated with Ellev8, this is where you'll communicate if you're on your phone. Okay, this is for class. If you're in class or whatever it is, this is where you'll be able to communicate. All right. This button here is articles, blogs, and tips. These are things that will be updated or added to on a random basis. There's no time frame. It's not a daily thing. It's not a weekly thing. It's when we find things that are valuable for you, we're going to put it in here, right? And what we don't want to do is be very repetitious. We don't want to be repetitious on just putting the same thing over and over and over. So when there's something of real value that's going to help you, we're going to put them in here. It could be an article, for instance. Is the metaverse a game changer in 2022? When you click it, you click here, it's going to take you to the article, right? It's going to take you right to the article. Okay. Same thing on blogs, right? We did a blog on Euro USD technical analysis, and we put it in a couple weeks ago. This is the analysis that goes, what the expectation is long term. That's why we did that. Normally we wouldn't do a specific pair, but it was a long-term deal. Same with crude oil. Now, obviously, you guys want to pay attention to the news, because if you've been paying attention, you know that there's conflict over in Europe. And so that conflict is affecting all of the charts. So pay attention to the news, because even though the chart may be telling you one thing, it does another. Prime example, gold skyrocketed and then dumped when nobody expected that. And it was because of the news, or partially because of the news. So pay attention there. And then tips. Under tips, you guys, there's going to be, Candlestick Bible, the flashcards, the Fibonacci guide. There's all kind of things in here. They may even be little small tips. It may be just be, 2 or 3 sentences that we give you, but they're going to be tips. All right. So let's go back to the home page again. In the very near future, where you see this live trade, this is actually a banner. The banner here will be updates. For instance, once we get this upgraded, you'll see the accelerate event here. You'll see the next diamond event here. You'll see whatever events are coming up. You'll see them here. Maybe there's a link to Ellev8 here. Maybe we put a special video here. Whatever it is, but it's a banner where we're going to show you or give you tools that you can share and know what's going on within the company. Okay. Now, if you go to these 3 lines at top, it's going to give you the same little buttons that are at the bottom. Okay. So now that you've seen that, we're going to go into trade ideas. Trade ideas is why you guys got the app. Trade ideas is why we are all here today. So let's get right to it. If you go right down here, this right in the middle, right? That's your trade ideas. Boom. Okay. Now, right now there's 4 or 5 trade ideas in here. And just like everything else on this app, our goal is to put high quality, high probability trade ideas, right? We're not going to throw 100 trade ideas every single week like our competitors do, where they win 50-50. Now, I can't guarantee what our win rate is. There is no guarantees. What I can tell you is that we are using the same strategies that we teach in class, we will be using here, that will allow you to analyze and duplicate if you choose to. All right. So the very first thing I want you to look at is, it says, we'll just look at this first one here. And let me see if another one's okay. I also want you to look at, we're going to look at these 2 because they're next to each other. If you look at the bottom one, it says sell right here. Okay. What that's telling you is that this trade was a sell. Okay. There's no when you click on this, this is going to open up, and then you'll be able to see whatever it is you need to see, right? So we see that it's a sell. We see your current price. We see that it has good risk to reward, in our opinion. We see a potential take profit and a potential stop loss. Now, here's the great thing. You can make your stop loss whatever you want to make it. If you're a little bit riskier and you want to do 40 pips instead of 20, by all means. If you want to go for 80 pips instead of 68, by all means. You get to go down here to this chart. You get to, well, let me rephrase that. My phone is acting up. Sorry. You get to go down here to this chart. You get to review the chart. Okay. Now, here's one thing that we'll be adding in the near future. We'll be adding the ability for you to click on this chart, which is in Trading View, and it will take you to the chart in Trading View so that you can see it on a bigger screen if you happen to be on your computer or want to look at it on your computer, right? Okay. Guys and ladies, this tool right here, this tool, it's not magic. It's not, you know, some special, you know, deal that's going to do everything for you. What it does do is it gives you the ability to help you find your entries and exits. Some people understand trading, but they're like, how come my entry was late? How come my exit was early? Use this tool. Use this tool. Okay. This was done by Derek Crisp. This trade was called by Derek Crisp. Okay. If you go to the next one, let's look at NZD USD. Okay. Oops. Okay. You will notice here it says TP1, TP2 hit. What that's telling you is that we put in the parameters, right? And it's closed. This is now a closed trade. The TPs were already hit, so it's a closed trade. Again, update coming. In the very near future, there will be a signal on here that says open trade, closed trade. Your take profits will be totally separate. They will not be in here. They'll be totally separate. And it'll say TP1 hit, TP2 hit, TP3 not hit, right? So it's going to give you these tools to help you understand, right? Again, look at the chart. You have your chart down here. It's showing you what we see. It's showing you our risk to reward. It's showing you everything that you need to see what we saw. But again, your job is to go into the same chart on your screen, on your MT4 with your indicators, and you analyze and you determine, do you agree or disagree with us? And then you take the trade. So what we're looking at is the first trade hit, the second trade hit, the third trade hit. The fourth trade was not updated. In the very near future, these updates will happen automatically, so we don't have to go in manually and do it. Okay, but even where we're at today, this is still a powerful tool that's going to give you powerful insights to what you're doing and helping you learn, right? If you agree with that, give me a 7 in the chat box if you agree with that. I need some feedback. Let me know if you've used this app. Are you taking advantage? Did you get in on these wins? Here's the other question. If you're using the app currently, has anyone made any adjustments based on their own analysis and got more or less pips than what we called based on your analysis? Okay, I say that for this reason. Let me stop screen sharing real quick because we're done with this. Get out of here. All right, perfect. I say that for this reason. Monday morning last week, on my Facebook page, I did a gold analysis. And I said, man, gold is projected to tap this zone and it's going to sell and get down to 1880 range, et cetera, et cetera. And that was, at the time, gold was 1906. One of our Ellev8 super students came on and said, hey, I see the same thing you did, but there's a potential that gold may hit a 1917 to 1923 zone. And if it does that, what's going to happen? And my response was, you're exactly right. Guess what happened? It went up to 1923. As a matter of fact, it ended up skyrocketing all the way up to the 1990s. But eventually on Thursday afternoon, it came down, it hit my 1880 profit. And so here's the catch. If you followed my advice you probably won your trade. If you use good risk management and you didn't get out too soon, you won the trade. If you looked and analyzed the chart yourself and you saw what some of the other super students saw, you could have rode a buy all the way up to the 1990s, then rode the sell all the way back down to the 1880s. I don't know if you guys realize this, but if all you did was one standard lot, if you have an account that can handle one standard lot, you potentially just made about $90,000 in a week. Okay. Now, that is not the norm, but this is what I'm saying. When pay attention to the charts, pay attention to the news, use your EX8 app, come to class, and you will see those opportunities. Now, you saw John won 77,000 on those trades I'm talking about. I got 44,000 on those trades that we're talking about. Okay. Now, let's be real. Our accounts are a little bit bigger. We have a, and we trade a little bit different as far because of our knowledge. Okay. Yes. Thank you. It's important that you understand that these things are not the norm. These are the possibilities. I keep saying that, possibilities. We don't make any promises. We are not financial advisors. We're going to give you what's necessary for you to look into the charts and determine what's best for you and your accounts. Now, what I want you guys to do before I get out of here and I hand this over to David, I want you guys to remember that this is not a get rich quick deal. This is a get educated, learn the skill, and build your accounts over time. Okay. I am now going on my 6th year of basically full-time. Okay. Started way before that. 2011 is when I introduced to this stuff, but started full-time about 5.5, 6 years ago. Been really, really full-time for the last 2 years. It takes time, but once you get there, you have nothing else to worry about. Nothing else to worry about. Now, I started here. I'm going to end here. Ellev8 is for education. EX8 is for assisting you. I want you guys to download this app, use it on a daily basis. Oh, I forgot. There is an important update coming. The phone app will begin to notify you when we put a trade idea in. Now, that should be on the very next update coming sometime this week. So you guys, I know that was one of the frequently asked questions. I forgot. But yes, it will notify you that a trade idea is open. And when that happens, it doesn't matter where you're at in the world. I want you to look at it. It'll tell you if it's a 15-minute chart, a 1-hour chart, a 4-hour chart. That tells you what we're looking at. Is it a swing, an intraday, or a scalp trade? And then you go into those same charts, you analyze it. And I want you guys to make a commitment to me. I want you guys to commit to me that not only are you going to analyze the trade we called, but you're going to choose at least one other time frame. So if I give you a 15-minute, I want you to choose a 1 hour. If I give you a 1 hour, choose a 4 hour or a day. Take one other time frame, analyze that time frame, and see if you're able to maybe get a bigger trade out of it. You do the analysis. We'll give you the initial. You do the analysis. If you agree, copy and paste. If you do your own analysis and you see something even better, do that. Because here's what I will tell you. There are times that we'll see a trade on a 4-hour chart, but maybe it's a little bit higher risk. So we don't give you that trade. We move down to the 1-hour chart and we give you a safer 20 or 30 pip trade. But if you take the time to go look at the 4-hour in the day, you may see a potential 100 pip trade. But I need you to see it. I can't give that to you. That's why going to class is important. Getting educated is important. Listen, I am done for the day. I hope you guys got some value out of this. I hope you guys see what this app is going to do for you. I know up next, we're going to bring T. Gray and Mr. Mark back, and they're going to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, and we are going to make this thing happen. All right. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful day.